Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today in this test world I've made, I'll be showing you some of the best ways to make stashes, like what kind of designs you could use, color palettes to use for them. There's tons of different designs that you can do and themes for your stashes, but one thing I do notice most when rating is I usually find a base unrated, but sometimes bases have nothing in them and look like they just mined out a hole and put a few chests in random spots. That is like it doesn't even look that good, but yes, it's more efficient, but sometimes having better looking bases will help. For those who want their bases to get rated by streamers and they want it to get a high rating so they may get paid millions, that could be a really good way to make money. I do know a few color palettes, but I do mainly make copper themed builds. It's my favorite theme, so I do experiment with that a lot. But here are a few tips to help you make your own stash that might even get rated pretty high. So the first and most obvious one right here is, well, designing the walls. You see, wall designs can add a whole lot of detail to your builds. And if you just repeat this pattern all the way down, you could make a pretty cool looking hallway. And you could also put this on the bottom side. This is a decent connector point, but with multiple different colors. Here's some other things I've made, like color palettes. And currently, my favorite way to do this is fading why do I keep typing that? My favorite way is to use copper. Copper is my favorite building material. So I do make a whole lot of this kind of more, sometimes I could say industrial, more trial chamber themed. It uses a whole lot of tuff, which here's some tuff blocks. Here's some decent tuff blocks that you can use, and here are all the copper colors. But the main part about why I like these builds are so much is because I do. In fact, even better answer, because yes. Alright, so that's let me give you an example. Let's say you want an amethyst themed stash. You would obviously get amethyst. Usually I would add in the basic floor with a strip of this in it. Then I would you see, I came up with this design completely in my head just now. Yes, I had just thought this design in my head completely. I had no inspiration, I just started building and this is what I came up with. But this is the kind of design I would go for an amethyst theme. Next tip for making a base that would look really cool is adding custom armor sets. I did call these, I do have a tutorial on how to make these custom armor sets with special chest plates and stuff, but these are just two examples of what I like to call corrupted or redstone armor, or the 0.01% people have this armor set, super rare armor. Basically, let me put it back on. Alright, now I have this, so this is basically a decent start. Get a few of these. I would also get probably purple or magenta dye. Purple's probably better. I'd also get whatever it's called, amethyst shards, and that's all you need. Put this in. Go into the crafting table. Add in the dyes. Oh, right. Sometimes though, if it's already dyed, it'll mix the colors, so get a bit more of the purple dye, a whole lot more, and you need to do this 3 times until it's actually, or maybe 4, until it's actually the right color. You could use this to make it look better and mix colors and stuff like that. I do use that a whole lot. It's the cool part about leather armor, you can fully customize it. There we go. And now we just need a dirt, elytra. Right, head over to wherever I want to put it. Also need the armor set, of course. Grab armor stand, place 2 blocks up, armor stand here, break this, armor stand. I have a full tutorial on this on my, as my second ever video on the Donut SMP. If you want like more armor designs and stuff, you can go there. Add in the elytras. Now, one thing I do notice a lot of people do is these curved roofs. You don't always have to do that. Even though everyone else does it, it's just starting to get repetitive. What I like to do is make it a bit different. Now that's looking way better. For the curve, which I will be showing how to do, because why not? What I could do is add like little support things onto it. Like this. Now I need to make the curve actually, which I will be making out of basalt. Alright, that's the curve I'm going to go for. Seems to be turning out like a good build. Now, if you look at it, this seems way cooler than a normal sloped roof because it has a whole lot more detail to it, and it has support beams, so it's a bit more realistic since I do like making my stashes more wide, or wider I should say. Another thing you could do for making it look cooler, add in this. Now, and there we go. Now, adding in this kind of like support beam, it does make it a bit harder to get around the place, but it adds so much more detail. As you can see here, I didn't have a single idea on what I was doing here. I just started building with what I know of detailing and stuff, and check out what this has turned out to become. And for this would be my third tip: stop like making roofs like this. Well, not like this, but like just casual sloping roofs. Add support beams, make the base of this a little wider, and it should turn out to be really cool looking like this. Add in support beams, make it a bit more realistic, and you could even add like, not a hole in it, but nah, I don't like that. You can make it look like crystals are sprouting from it in some places. And that's basically it, but there's a whole lot of like ways you can make this look really cool, but I'm going to finish this one segment of the build. Alright, and now this is the stash complete, well, almost complete. If I were to clone this onto this side, it would be complete, but I don't feel like doing that for this video. But this is the finished product of what I have came up with. And now, with this showcased, and showing you how fast I can build something like this and design it, the next step on this is don't use any inspiration. If you want this to look like your own special, looking crystal thing, all you gotta do, come up with this random color palette, don't copy what other people's designs are, and just start building. If you just build and make improvements while doing it, for me that is my how I make my stuff. It'll end up looking pretty cool like this. but you do need more skill on, like, if you want to do it this way, you need to know like a lot about killer palettes, wall designs, and stuff like that. But that's basically tip 3. Now let's move on to tip 4. Alright, for tip 4, this one is just a few words. Don't make it just a stash. If you want to get high rating here, you shouldn't just have a stash room. You should have like a giant redstone vault door, a giant like base here with a whole lot of cool stuff, ender pearls and stuff. It does make it easier to find, yes, and bigger, but it will definitely give you a higher rating, and once the border expansion's out, it'll definitely help you get like better ratings. I just recommend, if you're building something this big with a massive, like, this is just the vault room and there's like a huge open room here, it could be circular with a domed glass roof, and I definitely recommend building it like really far out, like I mean like 20 million blocks away from spawn to keep it safe. But if you do want a really high rating, I recommend putting like a rating board, making it all set up for a streamer to come rate it, make it look really cool like this, and most importantly, do not have any bedrock visible, do not have any like natural terrain visible, only have what you built visible. Otherwise, if they're live streaming, you could just lose the base almost instantly, because people can use bedrock, they can use like walls and stuff of like deep slate to calculate the coordinates of your base, which is, if you have elytras in it or all this expensive stuff, expect by logging on the next day to have nothing there. So that's what I definitely recommend doing. And that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I guess that's all. And wait, didn't I already say that?